What do you eat? What do you eat the day of the fight?
The day of the fight, I wake up in the morning. I'll eat probably like some type of eggs, oatmeal, lots of potatoes, that type of stuff. Just trying to get my energy and my food source in. But when it's about 5 o'clock, I try to cut all the food out. And get 2 meals in during the day because I like to fight on an empty stomach. So with me fighting Georgia around we'll probably start warming up around 11:15 at night, and then I'll probably walk to go fight around 11:30. So that's East Coast time. So it's definitely you have to have it down. You have to have a science down of how you want your body to feel, and that's why I work out here in California time at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, just so my body's used to working out around obviously 11 o'clock East Coast time.
And why don't you don't lift weights? Why don't you lift weights?
I don't lift weights for mixed martial arts because you need that. You need obviously the flexibility. If you lift in weights, it's going to take more oxygen to fill those weights. And I believe that if you have body on body positioning and muscle, moving people is the same thing as lifting weights. So we do a lot of wrestling, a lot of grappling, and I try to. I just don't believe in that type of thing for mixed martial arts. Because if you're lifting weights, you're going to be stiff. You're going to be, bulky and that type of thing. I want to be more elusive and flexibility.
What is So how do the coaches break down at AKA? Like, what are their for Bob? Sometimes they'll say like head strategist. Javier, they'll say striking coach. Like, how do they all interact?
Well, at AK we have, obviously Javier Mendez, who's the owner of American Kickboxing Academy in San Jose, and he is pretty much the guy who just kind of keeps everything together. He is the guy that does striking with everybody, and then you have Crazy Bob Cook, who is basically the overall. He does everything. Bob can do it from ground to standing to jiu-jitsu to wrestling to putting on a proper strategy for the fight, giving you a great game plan. Bob is the well-rounded coach that knows everything about everything. And you have Dave Camarella, who's strictly jiu-jitsu coach, and then obviously Daniel Cormier is a wrestling coach, two-time Olympian, a couple-time All-American at Oklahoma State. I work with Teddy Lucio, who's another boxing coach, type of striking coach. I mean, there's a ton of coaches there. Weedsy's a striking coach. We got a new guy, Javier, who's a striking coach. So the coaches at AK are one of the best, I believe, in the world with having everything to offer under one roof. Most guys have to go this place for jiu-jitsu, this place for kickboxing, this place for wrestling. At AK we have everything under one roof. So it's truly that's why I believe it's one of the best gyms in the world. Now, none of AK's success would probably be possible if it wasn't for Dwayne Zinkin and Bob Cook. Dwayne Zinkin recruited me. Dwayne Zinkin recruited, Cain Velasquez, John Fitch, Daniel Cormier, Mark Ellis. Recruited. Dwayne has this spectacular relationship in the wrestling community that, he recruited all of us to come to AKA, and none of AKA wouldn't be built if it wasn't for Dwayne Zinkin. I think that a lot of the credit has to go back to him because he brought us all under one roof and put us in this position. And he's the guy out there that's behind the doors that doesn't want to get recognized and doesn't want to get notoriety because he's kind of more of like, you guys go out and get the notoriety. I'm just going to make you guys business deals and be the guy underneath. And he's the one that brought us all to AK. And he's the guy. The reason why, in my opinion, is the reason why AK is so successful. Because he put us all together, and without him, I think that there is no American Kickboxing Academy.
When you're fighting, does Bob have the most recognizable voice in the whole arena?
You can hear Bob Cook over anybody, you know. And what I like to notice when I'm not at fights and I'm watching on TV, I can hear Bob Cook yelling, and he's definitely got the most unique voice, and he's one of the guys that I definitely have, you know, to listen to whenever I'm in the octagon fighting.
Can you process what they're saying when you're fighting?
You can process it, yeah, you know, because they're right there, and you know, I've been working with Javier and Bob and Dave for almost 7 years now, so it's like, you know, when they're on the side of the ring in training, they're yelling at me to do instructions. You know, it's no different than inside the octagon.
And why can't? So I always wondered when they're telling you what to do if you're up against the cage, but then isn't your opponent hearing what you're about to do?
Yeah, but you know, obviously, it's, you know, he can hear it, but you know, if you're executing the proper technique, then you know, I think that it doesn't matter. You know.
Yeah. What else?
So, if you guys know any good girls, no, I'm just kidding. Come December 11th, I'm gonna be home. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know.
Is it true that you're currently dating a playmate?
No.
A Hollywood starlet?
No.
And the lead singer of an '80s hair band?
The '80s hair band. Oh shit, that got out? How do you know about that? Nope. Nope. All false. I don't date anybody right now. I'm focused on beating George St. Pierre. I got 18 days left, and then I'm going to discover the rest of my life after that. So 18 days, the countdown's on. Josh Koscheck, George St. Pierre, 2, Montreal, Canada, UFC 124, December 11th, live on pay-per-view. And I'm going to be rocking my Dethrone Josh Koscheck shirt, available red and black on dethrone.com. Now, get off your couch, go to your computer, get on the internet, and get on the dethrone.com and get that Josh Koscheck t-shirt, because it's only going to be once. You're only going to get one chance to get this shirt, because after this fight, December 11th, the shirt's gone. So you want to be a part of history, you know, get that shirt, dethrone.com.
Speaking of the couch, what shows do you TiVo?
What shows do I TiVo?
Yeah.
River Monster. I like that. What is the other one? Wilcox does it all. I don't know how to run the TV, so because I don't really watch too much TV. But Man Tracker. I want to take out the Man Tracker. Yeah, me and Wilcox want to go on that show and do the Man Tracker.
Oh, was that
where the two dudes on the horses? Yeah. And we'll just run 5 straight miles. It's like you can go like 25 miles or something like that. It's in the woods where they track you down. I want to get on the show.
You go out there and they
try to track you. Yeah. I mean, I will smoke those fools. I'll just run 5 straight miles. Those horses are not catching me. Man Tracker, if you're listening, I'd get you. You wouldn't catch me. So Man Tracker, we TiVo, Wilcox TiVo's River Monsters. There's a couple other like outdoor shows that he TiVos that I like to watch, but I don't really watch too much TV. So.